This is a Scrap Your Stash. Forgive me, I'm going to move my camera just a touch. Okay, so this is a Scrap Your Stash. I'm going to be working on scrapbooks again on Saturdays. I have a couple in mind that I'm working on, and so we're going to just get going on those. So this is, you'll see Daisy right below you, but I need to use my trimmer. So we're going to do, these are going to be 6x8s. So they're not going to be the huge albums like I did for my grandfather, but so we'll just chop this in by 6. I should have done 8 first, but that's alright. And we're going to do 4. So that'll give me the 8 I need. I'm going to do that again so that I have this for another layout. Now this is just going to be a single page. Typically I do a double page, but this is the intro to the album, so I don't really want to do 2, right? So let's go ahead and keep this out. Actually, I have papaya, so I have all kinds of coordinatings. This pack, As You Grow, has tons of coordinating colors. Probably some of the most I've ever seen. But I have Harbor, New England Ivy, Shortbread, Glacier, and Papaya. So we're going to be using those today. And then the paper that I've chosen for the background is this paper here. It's a really pretty little flowers everywhere. And the back is like a charcoal wood grain. So we'll be using both of those, but mostly the flowers. So I want this one to be 5 inches across, or 5.5 across, and 6.5 down. So I'm pretty sure that this, I'm going to have to pull out my arm, I think, and move this up, or flip it around for you guys. There we go. Okay, so that'll work, but let's just do 5.5 this way, 6.5 this way. It's longer, so let's do 6.5 this way. So I'm not like really counting inches. And I have this scrap. This is what I was looking for too. So 5.5 this way. Okay, so there's my mat. I'm not used to cutting this way, so I'm going to flip this back around. Since I'm dealing with a 12 again, I can subtract from 12 pretty easily nowadays, for the most part. Okay, I'm going to hold on to the little zip strip, and we're going to just cut a 5x6 out of this one. So I actually want 6 to be lengthwise. So I want 6 long. Yeah, so I was cutting that correctly. Okay, so let's do 6 here. And then I'm 5. I just want to make sure that the flowers are going to be upright. So you can't really turn these pages in the 6x8. So that's going to sit on papaya with 1/4 inch showing on either side as a mat. Okay. Now we're going to do some photo cards, placements. So these are going to be gifts. 2, 3. It's just a 2 inch. So I'm going to do this one. We're going to have 2 photos on, and they're going to be wallet sized, which are 2x3. So I just want to make sure that the recipient of this book knows that they're supposed to get a 2x3 wallet size photo for this, so that they know for sure or they can print it off at home. Or if she asks, then I can print it off for her. But I'm just going to write briefly on here. Wallet size. And these are actually going to be landscape, so I don't want to write it that way. So wallet size 2x3. And that is a standard size at most places. Okay, now I think actually bring some more Harbor down. I love Harbor. It's like one of my favorites. And since this is background of the flowers is charcoal, so just so you see the difference between charcoal and Harbor, there is quite a difference. Okay, so I'm gonna do the photo mat. I'm gonna do with this color, and that is going to be, let's see, 3 1/4 across and 4 1/2 down. So let's do 3 1/4 first. By 4 1/2. And then these should just fit right in there, like so. Okay, so that's how that's going to go. All right, these other ones, I think we're going to bring the trimmer back in once we really get going on this. So let's bring our base in. And this I'm going to, I want to make sure I'm on the dark, I got the dark side. It's going to go up. And I'm going to snug this up so it's only like 1/4 inch from the top, because I want titling and journaling down below. And we'll go ahead and title this. This is like a year in review type of album. So this is going to be, I'm going to make it for 2022. This way she can just insert her pictures, her and her family. Cute, cute baby. Okay, so now we're going to just have all these. I have tons of these, but actually let's put this on first. And I also have a little rabbit sitting over here, and he's going to go somewhere like, he's actually going to just go over here somewhere. But let's go ahead and tape these to the mat. So you might see like 3 or 4 different albums going on right now on my page. I'm working on some recipe books right now. I'm working on this. My recipe books are pretty much done. Okay, I'm going to snug this all the way up. Okay, and actually I didn't want that to be lifted up still. So I'm just going to put a placeholder in there just so it doesn't move. And the reason being is I want my twine. So I have this pretty twine. Okay, and this is the white and bronze twine. I'm just going to wrap it a couple times around that. So I definitely want the bow type of area up here. So I'm just going to leave a hefty amount out. But I'm going to tuck this behind here. And then this way they can also just slip those photos underneath, but it gives it an extra little pizzazz. So there's not going to be any issue with her slipping the photos in. And if she has issues, then I can always help her. But and when using twine, you don't want to do it in a straight line, because that's just not as appealing, I don't think. So here's my shears. I don't need this placeholder anymore, but I do want this over here. Okay. So there's that. So the photo's starting to look really cute, actually. I am going to stick some tape under here, though, just to secure everything. Okay, that'll work. Okay, now like I said, I have a little bunny. I have a lot of pieces here too still left to deal with, but this little bunny comes from the Hillside Cottage. And with them having such a little baby, I'm just trying to find all the cute little animal friends I have. I don't have the As You Grow stamp set. Actually, this was like on a whim that I decided to use As You Grow, so I didn't order it yet. But I'm sure you'll see it soon. There's a 2x. So I think it'll fit a 2x2. Yeah. Okay, so let's just bring him up here. And I think I want him in shortbread. I don't want him to like super stand out, but you know, another one that I could do is paprika. That'd be pretty cute. Like I said, this one has like a rainbow of colors in it. It's amazing how many colors are in this pack. Well, let's try shortbread. Pretty cute little dude. And again, I didn't want my chamois. I was not prepared. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys are starting to work on your Christmas gifts or any birthday gifts. We're in birthday season for my family right now. It started last week. My son's birthday is today. And so we are in birthday season. We have a birthday. We average a birthday every 2 to 3 weeks. And then the holidays are also mixed in there. So we have a lot of A lot of fun parties, I guess, to look forward to. So there's the cute little bunny and shortbread. And he's just going to go right down here. I am going to use 3D on him. And I'm not going to let the 3D foam be on top of the picture area, because that way she can still slip that in. So right now, she can slip those photos in just fine, and she won't have to trim them because the 3D foam actually is sitting back over here. So something to keep in mind if you guys are doing albums for somebody and you don't know what they're going to be putting in there. You're not in control of the pictures. So just make sure you're aware of how you do it. You can always use the anti-static pouch or cut up a sticker sheet and stick them behind and then just have them remove that when they're done. Okay, so these next ones, I don't know if I'm going to use papaya on this next part, but I definitely am going to use some Glacier, some Harbor, some shortbread, and some New England ivy. So I'm definitely using these, and I'm going to be also using charcoal wood grain and zip strip. Okay, so the zip strip, I can go ahead and trim down. I'm just going to do, we're just going to trim all this down really fast. But I kind of want to make sure I like the color pattern. So I have quite a bit of this, so I'm going to use that, and then so we're going to make pennants. That's what we're making. So I think maybe something like that, and then I'll have this little guy in there too. So I think that'll be good. So I'm going to move these over here just like this, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay. So this one I want 3/4 inch. And I actually want it with a grain, along with the grain. Okay. So, and I can always use the little flowers on the back side, but I think they would hide. And I'm just going to, right now, trim it down to a 2-inch strip. That's pretty loosey-goosey, because I'm going to trim it down so that these hang over. I'm actually going to have them hang over now and then all the way down. So there's that one. And we're going to do a dovetail on one end. Okay, so there's that. It's going to come over here more or less like this. Okay, so I'm just going to put that over there. My next one is going to be 3/4 inch as well. Some of these I'm going to leave blank, some of them I'm going to stamp. Again, dove it. Harbor is going to be 1 inch. Gotta give it some depth and different thicknesses, right? Then I'm going to do, let's just trim this guy really fast. I only want this guy like 1 inch off. This is going to be a little short guy in there. So this album, I'm doing more or less because she has a little baby, and there's some really cute little clocks and stuff like that, but this paper is good for the whole family. So it doesn't really matter that they have a baby. It's just, it was convenient, and I have it on hand. So this is another 3/4 inch one. And but this one you don't have to use for baby. And this is going to be a family album, not just centered around the baby. She might put it around the baby, but it doesn't have to be centered around the baby. This is going to be another 1/2 inch. Okay. So all my fun little doves up there. Let's bring this back in. Okay, so like on the, this is the Hillside Cottage one, there's this cute little flower. I'm going to use that one. And I'm going to be doing tone on tone a lot of the time on this. So I'm going to get my 1x block. And actually maybe I'll do paprika on shortbread on this one, just because it'll be really cute, I think. So I'm basically making my own pattern paper. Okay, so there's that one. That one is going to be right here. It's going to be a little short guy. Let's do, I think actually I'm going to swap this one for this one. I'll do a longer one up here, but just a skinny little guy. So I'm just going to start building this up, so we know where to cut. And that one's going to be quite a bit shorter, but I want some of the other flower in there too, right? So let's trim it to there. I'm just eyeballing all this. So that's how that's going to go. This one is going to be next. And I think I'm just going to, I want that the longest. So that one's already glued. Glue this one on. And this is 3/4 inch, so this way there's like 1/8 of an inch hanging on both sides. That one. Okay. So there's those 3 pennants. Now, we'll do the other 3. Let's get another, I'll do this one down here. So that one's going to go there. This is going to go in between, like so. I don't know if I want it short or what. Maybe we should do the glacier, actually. This one next. So it's dark, dark, light, dark. So let's do this. Just go ahead and do that one. We'll leave a gap. Want it a bit more. There we go. Now we'll leave a gap, and we'll do these two down here. Okay, so we'll do a short one. Right here. I left about a 1/4 inch gap. So I have 3 patterns and 3 that are solid colors. I kind of want this tucked under, so I'm going to lift this up just a touch, squeeze this New England ivy under. Okay, it's just a touch under there. So there's that. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to bring 2 down here. I think I'm going to use this one against probably Harbor, because I think this is either Sapphire or Harbor in there. It's hard to tell, but I want it to be more or less right in here. Okay. And I want to use Harbor. And maybe that's what I do actually. Let's make this a 3/4 inch strip. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That became 1/2 inch, didn't it? That's okay. Let's actually make it at 1 inch. Okay, I'm just going to glue this on, and then I'll recut it. This way there's about a 1/4 inch on either side. And I'm just going to trim it so that I trim off my current dovetail that I had already done. And we're going to cut a new one. Okay. I kind of want it down here. And down here I'm going to put, I'm trying to see where I want the title, because the title is going to be the year. And I'm using, not that stamp set. Pretty sure I grabbed it out, but if not, then I know exactly where it is. There it is. It's this new brushed bold marker. That's what it is called, and it's super fun. So next year's 2022. Lots of twos, right? So I don't think I'm going to put this there yet. I want to make sure that I get this where I want it, the 2022. So I'm going to use my 2x2 block. It's a little big for my 1x. And I have two 2x2s. So I'm just going to grab the 2 and the 0. This might as well, right? The only numbers that we're using right now. And I'm going to do it, let's see. What fun color? Let's do papaya maybe, because then that way it'll tie in the background. Or mulberry. Let's do mulberry. Because that's what the flowers are, and we haven't used mulberry yet. So let's do mulberry. This is a very colorful layout. So I am going to start over here and do a 2. And a 2. And a 0. And a 2. Okay, so there's the title. That's the title of this page, just because yeah, I know what year it's going to be, right? So this is basically a year in review, like I said. So 222, 2022. Crazy, we're coming up on 2022. So quickly. Okay. I still like this right there. I still don't like it really snugged way over here. I kind of like it there, but I may make it just a touch shorter. Let's just trim off another 1/4 inch on this or so, because I want it to be not quite so dramatic. And I think this will work. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, the next one that I'm going to be using is a stamp set called Embroidered Borders. Say that 10 times fast. Oh my goodness. And that I'm going to do in Harbor. Harbor or Sapphire. But Sapphire used to be one of my favorites. It still is one of my favorites. But this is my new favorite color, is Harbor. And it's pretty funny, I hated it at the beginning. When I first saw it, I was like, ooh, why would they get rid of Peacock and replace it with this one? But now I get it. It is stunning. This and Mocha. Mocha is a really good color too. Okay, so I'm going to do this, just this line. And this is going to be for the journaling, so that they have a place to journal. And really, I only want it like right in there. So what I'm going to do, let's do the 3x. So I'm going to grab it with a 3x. I'm going to readjust it. So that's straight, and then I'm going to mask it by bringing it up onto the block. Okay, that way I can line it up pretty well right there and just keep stamping. but this moved on me. Okay. Gentle touch. Get rid of my smudgies. If all else fails, cover it up, right? Excuse my head if it's in the way. Oh, that was not a good one. But that's okay. There, that's a better one. That's probably the best one. Practice makes perfect, right? Okay. So there's their journaling. So all in all, a cute little intro to their family journal for next year. Their family album. And they do go on lots of trips and camping trips and such, so I will be adding flip-flops or in pocketbook, the pocket scrubbing. So all pockets, and so they can keep adding to it. So there you go. There's the layout that I have created for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you'd like to subscribe, if you're on YouTube, like, share. The best compliment is always a like. I appreciate those. And I appreciate all your comments and you guys watching. Thanks for your support. Bye-bye.